Good morning, Miss Morgan and Miss Adams class. Today I want to work with you on paper weaving. I know many of you have done this before and you say, I already know how to weave paper, but we're going to take this to the next level. This isn't just going to be paper weaving, because I do know you know how to do that. In your packets got sent two large pieces of purple paper. They have lines on them. They're cut lines to help you. You got a whole bunch of strips of paper all bundled together in I think 6 different colors. I've selected 3 that I want to use for my paper weaving. You can pick any colors you want. You got sent a piece of black paper with no lines on it, and you got sent these funny white, they're pretty heavy, like board paper. We're going to use those too. And you got sent home a piece of tracing paper. All of this is for the weaving. I hope you didn't use it already for something else. So the first thing we're going to do, because some of you may not have woven paper before, is I'm going to show you how to weave paper. And it's pretty simple. We're going to take our large piece of purple paper, it's 9 by 12, we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to, just that simple. Then we're going to turn the paper around. The folded side down is where we're going to make some cuts. And I'm not going to be real worried about how straight my cuts are. When I do folded paper, when I do paper weaving on my own, I don't even use these. I estimate, I think you remember that term from math. I estimate how far apart my cuts will be. And it gives my paper weaving a very nice look to it when it's not too exact. Some people like it very exact and they do it a certain way, and I'm not going to show you that technique. But, and see, it's getting kind of floppy. I can put it down and cut it this way too. So however you're comfortable, then carefully unfold your paper. There you go. You can select your colors. Now, you can do this a lot of different ways. I made the decision to do these already before you got here because I liked the cool color. Blue is a cool color. My purple is a cool color. I like the yellow. It's a warm color. It makes me think of the warm sun or hot food. And you can see, look how bright that is. And it pops out at you. This one sits back and is a little bit quieter. If I were to take an orange one, I'm going to just quick make an orange strip here. Watch what happens now. This one is going to be, whoops, I guess I got to go. Here's the other thing. You have to look at which way you're going so you weave your paper. The orange is also a warm color, and it is going to bounce on this purple. So you may like that. You may say, oh, I like that orange, purple, and blue together. I like orange, purple, yellow. You may say, I think I'd rather have something a little calmer. Maybe, whoa, look at those together. So you pick what you like. You can make it all one color. If I used only yellow strips, yellow paper, I would have this filled in and it would look like a checkerboard. If I use 2 strips, it'll go every other one. So you can place your patterns a little bit before you start and make your final decision. And as you weave your paper, you can decide to change it at any time because to take it apart is really simple. So there's my first one in, and I'm going to bring it on down. Down, down, down. There we go. Here's my yellow one I'd already started. Under it goes. And if you'll notice, I have to lift the paper. I can't always just push it down. So you're going to take it. As we do this at the beginning to start, it is very easy to do. But as you get further up, it gets harder and harder. Now, if you'll notice, I had to go down here because I need this green to go under. I have to be very aware of this pattern that's developing. Hey, didn't we talk about patterns in math? I think so. I think that the friendship of art and math, their relationship, is very close. Okay, you can see a pattern is starting to develop. Abracadabra, hocus pocus. You're not going to watch me do every single one. But what you can watch me do, look how easy it is to say, oh, I don't really like the blue. I'm going to change my mind. All you have to do is pull it out. So you don't have to say, oh, this is the thing. Or if you don't like something, all you have to do is pull it out. So what's my pattern? Blue, yellow, green. Blue, yellow, green. I must need to use blue now. It has to go over this. And I started to notice something else. Now you're going to see it's going to get a little bit harder for me because we're getting up to the top. So it's going to get a little bit harder. And I noticed something else. And I thought, this is sort of a math thing too. Maybe Cynthia will notice. The blue is on the top here, and the next time it's underneath. And the next time is on top. What do you think it'll be the next time in the pattern? And I'm afraid I won't get that far because my paper isn't that big. Unless, now here's where it's going to get tricky. Because after this one, there's going to be only one more to put in. So I want you, as you start weaving, to notice patterns that you're making. And I want you to notice even shapes that you might be able to make. And you know an awful lot about shapes because last week we talked about them a lot, and you have made many three-dimensional shapes and two-dimensional shapes. All right, there's my yellow. And I could stop here, or I can say, no, I want to put my green on there because I only have 2 greens. I have 3 blues, 2 greens, and 3 yellows. I could say, I just like that pattern because that could repeat forever. Or I could say, no, I really need my green one here because of these slits, and it will bother me if those slits are there and nothing's in it. So the truth is, it wouldn't bother me at all. But just in case it bugs you, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut. Oh, I have a better idea. I'm going to take a ruler, which each of you have, and I know how to measure, and I know you do. Hey, isn't this math, measuring? No, we're in art. We're in art. I'm going to go to the 1 inch. I'm going to put it next to my yellow piece right there. I'm going to take a little pen and I'm going to further my line. There's the 1 inch place. So I know it's going to be too tight, so I know I have to cut that much higher. You pause this and go back. So I'm going to eyeball it. Ooh, what's that called, eyeballing? It's called estimating. I'm going to estimate that I need to go up that much higher. Okay. So you can do that to put your green in if you want to continue. And I really don't know that you want to sit here and watch me fuss with all of this. But let's see. And you can see, look what I have to do. I'm going to have to turn it over and then press it in. So this, you're going to have to notice I'm using patience and perseverance. If you look up and say, this is too hard, I can't do this. You probably aren't going to have a whole lot of things that you love. And in art, oftentimes, if it's too hard, the artist has to keep trying till they figure out how to get just what they want. They don't settle for less than what they want. If you're settling, I don't know, it's not going to be great art. So you get the idea. I guess I should do hocus pocus, but I'm not. I'm going to keep going. So I also want you to notice the shapes that get made. I think what you will find here is a whole lot of squares. Think about it. What can you tell me about a square? What is a square? A square is something that all four sides are of equal length. I think you learned that in math. Here we are again. Okay, there is my wonderful pattern. You could say, I'm done. I don't want to do any more. I'm going to frame that, and I'm going to be really happy with it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, I think I could do a little bit more. I am liking these colors, but I wonder, this is where I want you to go to. I wonder, what would happen if I cut all of these 1-inch strips, or just some of them, in half?